Good. My name is Kiana Rapoton, and I am the Decentralized Cooperation Officer and the MUFPP focal point for the city of Antananarivo. And I would like to thank the MUFPP Secretariat for inviting us for this important session today. And I would like to start with a brief introduction of the city. So Antananarivo can be divided in 6 boroughs and subdivided into 192 Putan or quartiers. And the population for the city is around 1,274,225 people, but the agglomeration of Antananarivo is around 3,623,000. The city is considered as 45% cultivable areas, where 20% of households can be considered as farmers. For the frameworks of my presentation, since 2020, the city have set up a market department and an urban agricultural service within its department, which are in charge of the partnership with a private company, the cooperation with FAO Madagascar, and the Milan Pact Secretariat. For the urban agricultural service, they are actually strengthening the partnership for access of food for the vulnerable population. And since January 2020, this service has been established by the mayor to better adapt the needs of a vulnerable population towards food, especially in the primary school of the capital of Madagascar. Indeed, the actions have been taken to strengthen the resilience of vulnerable people in the municipality, even before the pandemic, thanks to the support of private partners, in particular the Action Foundation. Vegetable gardens have been set up in public schools to meet the food needs of the young students from disadvantaged backgrounds. Around 9 pilot projects have been established among the 94 schools, primary schools, and the vegetable garden in the social center, technical support in the center for orphans in the city. And there is also the establishment of a mobile application called Mambuliao, or I Cultivate, which is supported by the German NGO Friedrich Ebert Foundation for the mobilization and awareness of young people to cultivate and focus on the income generating activity. There is also the setting up of the CRFS, or City Region Food System, in the FAO Madagascar and Antananarivo, which are in charge of the urban agriculture showcase closer to the producer and consumer. Basically, the rural activities dominates most of Malagasy territory. This activity is predominant both in the suburb area and in the large cities such as Antananarivo. Agriculture is visible everywhere in the city and the outskirts because 45% of surface of the agglomeration of Tana is agriculture, is based on agricultural and cultivated most of the 1/3 of municipality. Such agriculture sectors are integrated crops dominated in the agglomeration of Antananarivo by the culture of rice, which is 66%, vegetables 15%, cassava 12%, tree crops 2%, and watercress is mostly present in the city center. The plains, which covers the capital and its suburb area, is favorable for the activities of cultures and farming for many households. About 30% of household devotes its activities and source of income on food system. Almost 75% of household activities revolve around the urban agricultural food system, like transport of small plows, peddlers, and illegal food vendors. It is also one of the source of food or self-consumption for the population, where small farmers cultivate rice and vegetables, and which could be potential factors of individual resilience during the COVID-19. The majority of vegetables consumed in the capital are produced locally. Around 90 to 100% of the city needs in watercress are produced locally. 90% of the eggs and 20% of the rice, around 53,000 tons of rice produced per year, are produced locally in the city of Antananarivo. Due to the rapid growth of the urbanization, the cities are facing a lot of troubles producing the foods necessary for the population. But thanks to the suburban area, these foods can be supplied easily through the ease of transportation around the city of Antananarivo. The income source of the farmers are produced locally. With the COVID-19 striking the city of Antananarivo, many people are turning to urban agriculture to escape fluctuating prices of the food. Income source activities are also undertaken by NGOs and other city partners in order to strengthen the resilience of vulnerable people, like waste recycling and technical and financial support through setting up community garden project and agroecologies, fish farming within the city limit. The city region food system has been established recently in the city in the partnership with FAO Madagascar and the FAO HQ in Rome. Basically, for Antananarivo, the CRFS is based on the strengthening of a climate resilience of food systems in the urban region through adapted production systems. They are divided in four objectives. The first is the multi-stakeholder engagement and multi-level governance. Second one is the comprehensive climate risk assessment in the CRFS. Third one is development of policies and strategy on climate resilience. And last one is the capacity development of vulnerable stakeholders in good climate resilient practices related to the CRFS and in knowledge sharing through soft cooperation. Next one is the governance for the city of Antananarivo. Through the Milan Pact, the municipality has strengthened its collaboration with many stakeholders in the food system. This multi-party and multi-sectorial approach of EMUFPP, the public and the private actors, organization of the civil society, the research organization, and academia have developed common strategies and coordination of the data collection process in order to identify the impacts of food policies in Antananarivo. This action resulted in the decision to implement the new FPP indicator framework and to organize the existing food system data in the municipality. As a result of this project, Antananarivo received an enthusiastic response from all of stakeholders and wishing to participate in the consolidation of a multi-sectorial approach in the city. The data collection processing significantly contributed to a participatory decision process for the municipality and its stakeholders. This year, despite the health crisis, the city has become even more committed by applying for the election of membership in the steering committee of the EMUFPP. And our goal is to strengthen the voice of local governments in the international food policy decisions. There is also recently in June, the signatory of the Green Cities Initiative with the Director General of the FAO. And for Antananarivo, this Green City Initiative is mainly based on securing healthy and sustainable food through the promotion of productive green spaces in the agglomeration of the metropolitan city of Antananarivo with 5 key outcomes. The first one is the production of green spaces and as a catalyst for learning and exchanging urban agricultural practice and responsible consumption in the local products. Second one is a capacity building of actors in the integration of urban and peri-urban agriculture into the local planning. Third one is a roadmap and a list of projects for implementation of priority actions in the city. Next one is setting of tools for the establishment of a network of green cities in Madagascar. And last one is a good coordination of pilot projects and advocacy of actions with a view to mobilizing the partnership and resources with the stakeholders in Antananarivo. Thank you very much for your attention. And again, thank you for inviting the city of Antananarivo to be part of this session. Thank you.